recording.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone,
everyone,
and
and
welcome to another episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. And today is day 55 of the 90 Day Challenge. And our apologies because we couldn't make it yesterday. I was traveling, like I traveled from Vancouver to Calgary because we had a Christmas party. So it was kind of hard to meet with Patsy yesterday because when I was available, she wasn't, and like that. So we were not able to do it yesterday. So that's why today we are going to be doing day 55 and day 56. So today, let's do right now day 55. But before we go into that, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy, and I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. Um, I'm a I work in the movie industry and I'm a proud digital business owner.
And hello, my name is Patsy. I'm the face of the Facebook business page of Joe Pet Blessing. And I am a mother of four and a grandmother of nine. I am originally from Brunei, but currently I am in Alberta, Canada. And I also am a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so what is the topic for today?
Topic for today is UVL 90 Day Challenge Day 55. Time flies, huh? Of 90 day topic. Reflect on your week 8 insights.
Okay, so yeah, so we're going to be talking about what we have talked since Sunday all the way to yesterday. No, actually, to Thursday. So let's go and do a quick recap of that. So, the first day we talk about discuss the importance of self growth. Why is important uh, to have self growth? And we mentioned, it is important because we need to continue to improve ourselves. Because that's the way that we can keep growing, and then by growing, then we can also have be more aligned when it comes to our business, because we're gonna be able um, to be aligned with all the demands and opportunities that we might encounter. Also, we might be able to do better decision making, okay, and increase our confidence. Because the more we know, the more our mindset is better, because we feed our mindset. Then that allows you to be more aware, to make smarter decisions, and to be able to communicate better with your audience, your team, and your partners. Okay. So the role of the mindset for self growth is very important because we want to make sure that we have a growth mindset and no a fixed mindset. Because the growth mindset allows you to keep growing, to make better decisions, embrace challenges as opportunities to learn, and also, to overcome self doubt. So yeah, and we touch other points there, like for example, key areas of self growth for online entrepreneurs, practical strategies for self growth, the connection between self growth and leadership, the long term benefits of self growth in online business, and all that. So if you want to catch that live, you can go back and listen more in detail about that day. So the second point that we touched was
Share
this
your
was
journey. It was
Monday.
Monday. Yeah, that was Monday. Share your journey of personal development.
Yeah. So on this one, Patsy and I, we share, what have we like from the beginning, when we started our online business up to now, what have we changed, I could say for myself, one of the things is I realized, that my mindset I thought was strong, but it wasn't. And the reason why it wasn't is because you need to feed your mindset every day, because that's the only way that you can overcome challenges and see things when it comes to you with a different perspective. My case, yes, I have a strong mindset, but because I wasn't feeding it, when I face a challenge, you know, I took it like very strong, that I was a little bit devastated because I saw like, okay, now what I'm gonna do, I was going to start and this happened. Okay. So um I learned so many lessons from that incident actually. But one of those is, the mindset. You gotta keep feeding your mindset. It's very important. Another thing that I learned is patience. That's another thing because I thought that I had patience, but when I came to this business, I realized that I needed more patience. I needed to learn that this business, it takes time. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. You gotta put the work. Okay, but later on you're gonna see the fruits of the reaps of your rewards, what you sow before. I also learned, to have patience um, with myself, okay, and patience towards others too. So it's a learning curve, as you go, you keep learning new things because you encounter other things. So um, it is, I'm very grateful for the journey that I'm going through because every time, I learn something new, and that's what it keeps me, growing as a better person, and be able to help others, because you gotta learn in order to be able to help others too. So that was my part. So Patsy, you want to share yours?
Yeah. I thought I have patience too, I thought I am, but I had been, I learned something about my personal development. It was through the computer, how frustrating is a computer. Like just past few days, I didn't catch all of Sandy, and I'm frustrated with my small thing matter like a testimonial, bringing testimonial on the chat GPT, and it raised frustration, and I've lost a bit of patience. So, but I said ringing the word patience. So I learned to be patient and do other things, important things. So I feel that I've grow more in personal development is patience.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because patience with technology too. Yes, because sometimes we gotta have patience. The internet's slow, it's not working as you want, especially when you need it the most. Like if you're trying to connect to a Zoom meeting and it's like loading and loading. After the third attempt, that's when you connect. So yeah, so many things that that you have to have patience. I know it's frustrated, but have patience. That's part of the journey. Um, okay, so let's go to the next point. Oops,
Talk
sorry.
about
There
what
you
you have
go.
learned. What have you learned during the challenge? Do I have challenges during my learning? Oh yes, many challenges. Like these computers, like a Canva, it becomes it always have a changes, but we must be adaptable to changes, and have to learn things um, as we go along. You see, and that is a challenge, to me.
Yeah. So for me, during this challenge, the 90-day challenge that we have been doing, I have learned a lot of things. There's some things that I knew, but through the research, for the topics, I end up learning other things. And then I apply some of those things in all my business. For example, visualization. I didn't think about it, having like visualization with your team. Um, so when I heard that on the research that I did, I find out about that. So then I implemented that with my team. Um, so that was something that I learned. And there were so many other points, like I knew some things, but I learned others. So through research, you get to learn new things. So that's new knowledge that you get. So that's one of the things that I learned. Um, the other thing I learned is become an early riser because I'm a night owl. So thanks to Patsy, because she's an early riser, that's how my early riser journey has started. And so I was able to change from 10 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then, the past 2 weeks, I joined a group doing the savers. So you have to wake up like at 5 o'clock in the morning. So that was even earlier than what I met with Patsy. But thanks to, because I did it with Patsy, that wasn't too bad. I think that would have been a very drastic change if I was from 10 to 5. At least this was a little bit gradually. So I'm very grateful for that. Um, so that's another thing that I learned during this challenge, doing the savers, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's nice that you do it as a team, with a group. You're not doing it alone. So that's nice. And at the same time, we'll learn new things. So it's not only, um, not only you wake up early, you do visualization, you do affirmations, but you also learn something new on that day. And we do sometimes exercise. So, yeah. Um, so those are some of the things that I learned during this challenge. And I think, well, we just only day 55. So there's more, um, there's what, 35 more days to go. So there might be 35 more things that we are going to learn along the way. So I can't wait for that. So, yeah, so let's go to the next topic. So, okay, there
Share
you
a
go.
transformational book or resource.
Yes. So for this one, we talk about the atomic book. We say that it's a good book because the atomic habits, because like it helps you to transform your mindset or habits, and the way that the book does it is very, very easy to do, because you do like in small steps. So by doing it in small steps, you create that habit that will help you, in the long term. So that was why we talk about that one. And so if you haven't read the book, I recommend it to read it, because it will transform your mindset and your habits. So make sure that you read it, because it's very practical, it's relatable and actionable. Okay, so that's what we talk about that day. We were supposed to talk about one book that is a good transformational book or resource, and I picked the atomic book. I think, Patsy, you pick other. What were you picked two books for that day? I think it was like the puzzle.
I pick um, personal development. No, what's that? I couldn't remember. Um,
I think it was the puzzle, uh, the life puzzle, something like that. And there was another one. Yeah, the other one I can remember. I never heard that one before. It was a new book that you mentioned. Well, to me, it was a new book, but it's okay if you don't remember. But for those, that if you want to watch that episode, you can watch it, and we share, I share one book, and then Patsy shared two books that she liked, for the content that they had, and then that you can learn from that book. So you have three books there as a reference if you want to read that. And lastly, this was on Thursday.
Discuss expanding awareness and consciousness. Oh, I like this topic. I I'm constantly aware of, not constantly. I try to be constantly aware and consciousness to what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. So that really is in the process. Is a process, you know. So over to.
So yeah, so on this one we talk about, why expanding awareness is important, because it helps us understand our habits, triggers, and strengths. We also say that how to expand awareness and consciousness. How can you do that? So we say, mindfulness practices, lifelong learning, you know, embrace new perspectives, practice gratitude, and question your belief. Um, Question, for example, ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? So be open to new possibilities for that. We also talk about, how expanded awareness impact your online business. So, for example, clarity in decision making, stronger leadership, and better adaptability. So, those are some of the things that we talk on that day, and we also give some practical tips for the audience. So, if you want to catch that one, you can watch that one. I believe that one was Thursday. So that one was the last live that we did before this one. So you can catch that one and see more tips, about um, expanding awareness and consciousness. Okay, so we have arrived to the end of this live. So what is the topic for tomorrow?
That is not the topic for tomorrow. It's 56 to be, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you,
thank you,
Patsy.
Patsy.
There you
Is
go.
day 56 explain your favorite tools for business success?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be talking about explaining our favorite tools for business success. So actually, we're going to do it today. So we're going to do that in a few minutes. Um, so stay tuned for that. So that's the end of this live for today. So if you guys want to follow us on our Facebook business page, it is on the top here. You can follow us, Patsy and I. So Patsy is Joe Pat Blessings, and I'm Sandy to Empower Lives. And you can also, if you want to learn how you can earn online. We have our websites here on the screen. So you can register with your name and email address, and we can send you the invitation to watch the webinar, the same webinar that we have watched and that all the business owners from our community have watched. That has changed so many lives, and it keeps changing lives like ours. So make sure that once you register, you watch the entire webinar, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to understand how our business plan works. You're also going to hear there um, testimonials from members of our community. And in addition to that, you also get invited to our private Facebook groups, where you get to see more success stories from our community and also more information about the business. So you are welcome to browse the entire group, so you can do your due diligence. And then at that moment, if you're ready to proceed to the next step, to know the business more in details, what it's all about, then you proceed to the next step. And at that time, the moment, you're going to have more, several videos that it will explain everything. And then at that moment, if you decide to proceed, you go to the next step. And if it's not for you, that's not a problem. You can get your $149 refundable within 30 days. But everything is explained in the webinar. So make sure that you listen and watch to the webinar, and you can watch it at your own pace. If you don't want to watch it because it's too long, you can stop and then continue after and to watch it. But make sure that you watch it completely. So saying that, we want to thank all our viewers for that watch us today. Thank you for all your emojis, all your comments. We really appreciate it. Thank you for those watching the replay also. Uh, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. And if you have any comments from the topic that we had today, please leave some comments or tips that you think that might help us or somebody else that in the community. Just put it there and share. If you have success stories regarding the tip, the topic that we're talking. Again, yeah, please feel free to put it in the comments. We also want to thank our followers. Thank you for all your support that you give us, and for being part of our journey in this online business journey. So thank you so much for being there and for being part of that. So saying that, we want to wish everyone a happy rest of the Saturday. I know for some part of the world is already Sunday. So happy Sunday to you all, and God bless you all. And until the next episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge, day 56. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.